8:14 p.m., Friday. A digital beep echoes in a silent room. A WhatsApp notification lights up the screen. It reads, "Hi Annie, are we still on for golf tomorrow?" You look at it. You do not know an Annie. You do not play golf. Logic dictates you ignore it. But human decency, a fatal flaw in the digital age, compels you to type back. "Sorry, wrong number." You hit send. In that exact fraction of a second, you did not just reply to a stranger. You triggered the activation code of a $4 billion financial bomb. You just walked through the front doors of the most ruthless, perfectly optimized corporate machine on the planet. They do not use guns. They do not pick locks. They use a 40-page psychological manual, a keyboard, and your own crippling loneliness. This is not a scam. Scam implies amateurism. Scam implies a guy in a basement making random phone calls. This is an industry, a highly structured multinational conglomerate with HR departments, performance reviews, daily KPI quotas, and quarterly revenue targets. They call it pig butchering, and right now you are the pig. Let us rewind to the moment your message delivered. 5,000 miles away, in a heavily fortified compound disguised as a casino in Southeast Asia, a low-level employee sits in a grid of cubicles. He is not a master hacker. He is a data entry clerk working a 12-hour shift. His computer screen displays a proprietary CRM software, not unlike the enterprise systems used by Amazon or Salesforce. Your phone number, scraped from a dark web data broker for a fraction of a cent, just moved from the cold lead column to the active target column. Your polite reply was the only metric he needed. It proved the network connection is active. It proved the owner is responsive. It proved you are susceptible to basic social interaction. The clerk clicks a green button. Your profile is instantly transferred to the lead generation department. Here, the machine begins to build a bespoke reality just for you. They do not guess. They operate on hard data. They run your number through open source intelligence tools. They cross-reference it with public Facebook databases, LinkedIn work histories, and breached password registries. Within 4 minutes, they know your age bracket, your approximate annual income, your marital status, and your geographical vulnerabilities. Are you a 50-year-old divorced doctor living in a quiet suburb? Are you a 30-year-old tech worker burned out from the daily corporate grind? The machine adapts its attack vector. A persona is assigned from a centralized database. Let us call her Elena. Elena is not a real person. She is a carefully curated portfolio of stolen Instagram photos, purchased in bulk from underground forums. She comes with a fabricated backstory of a successful cryptocurrency entrepreneur running a boutique fashion line in Los Angeles. Most importantly, she comes with a very specific set of psychological triggers mapped out in a centralized server. The operative controlling Elena opens the company's psychological playbook. This manual is a masterpiece of weaponized empathy. It dictates exact response times down to the minute. It outlines the precise ratio of personal questions to financial humble brags. It even provides branching dialogue trees for different personality types. "Oh, I am so sorry to bother you," Elena replies, exactly 3 minutes and 40 seconds later. The delay is algorithmically calculated to appear natural. "My assistant must have saved the wrong number in my contacts. You seem very kind, though. Where are you from?" The hook is set. The conversation migrates from SMS to Telegram or WhatsApp, platforms with end-to-end encryption. In the corporate structure of pig butchering, this is the equivalent of moving a high-net-worth client into a private, soundproof boardroom. For the next 2 weeks, Elena will not mention money. Money is a red flag. Instead, she will ask about your day. She will send you pictures of high-end sushi dinners, photoshopped with perfect EXIF data to match her supposed location in California. She will listen to your complaints about your ex-wife, typing out sympathetic responses generated by a translation tool. She will become the first person who says good morning to you and the last person to say good night. This phase is clinically referred to as the trust-building pipeline. Every single word exchanged is logged and monitored by a shift supervisor on a master dashboard. The operative must maintain a strict engagement quota of 300 messages per day per victim. If the emotional connection stalls, a senior closer is brought in. This veteran steps behind the operative, reviews the chat logs, and adjusts the psychological angle. They measure your emotional attachment the way a hedge fund measures stock volatility. They are looking for the exact moment your critical thinking shuts down and your emotional dependency takes over. You think you are falling in love. You think you are forming a profound intellectual friendship with a wealthy, attractive stranger who finally understands your potential. You are actually interacting with a committee of desperate, sleep-deprived workers. They are operating under the threat of physical violence, guided by a sociopathic corporate playbook designed to extract maximum capital. You are not a human being. You are a line item on a spreadsheet, and your emotional state is just another KPI. Then comes the pivot, the seemingly innocent transition. Elena mentions casually that she just made a $50,000 profit on a short-term Ethereum options trade. She sends a high-resolution screenshot. It looks legitimate. It features bank logos, transaction IDs, and cryptographic hashes. She does not ask for your money. That would be too aggressive. That would break the manual's strict compliance rules. She simply plants the seed. It is actually quite simple, she types. I can show you how my uncle taught me to analyze the blockchain nodes. You should try it with a little bit of pocket money, just for fun. You hesitate. But Elena has spent 14 days building a foundation of absolute, unquestionable trust. She has listened to you cry. She has made you feel seen in a world that ignores you. Why would she lie? You ask her how the platform works. The domino effect enters its second phase. You are no longer just a lead in the CRM. You are a qualified investor. Your digital file is about to be transferred to the IT department, and the Slaughterhouse is preparing to turn on the machines. Elena sends a URL, a secure hyperlink. The domain was registered exactly 72 hours ago through an offshore registrar in Panama. It cost $8. But on your high-resolution display, it manifests as a perfect replica of an institutional finance platform. This is the masterpiece of the IT department. They do not write complex smart contracts. They do not build decentralized ledgers. They build digital movie sets using cloned HTML, React, and JavaScript frameworks. They scrape the front-end source code of legitimate exchanges, replicating every visual element down to the pixel radius of the login button and the exact hexadecimal color code of the market tickers. You create an account. You upload your driver's license for KYC verification. You are voluntarily handing your government identity to the very organization stealing your wealth. You transfer $1,000 in cryptocurrency to the provided deposit address. The dashboard flashes. Your balance reads $1,000. The graphical interface renders a live candlestick chart. Green bars surge upward. You analyze volume. You read market trends. You believe you are actively participating in the global decentralized economy. This is a complete fabrication. There is no market. There is no trading engine. The chart is an API feed playing a delayed, manipulated loop of historical gold prices. When you transferred your crypto, the routing code intercepted the payload. It bypassed any custodial vault and deposited the funds directly into an anonymous burner wallet controlled by the Syndicate's finance division. The $1,000 on your screen is not currency. It is a manually entered numeric value in a cheap SQL database. It was typed in by a programmer sitting in a windowless room in Sihanoukville. You are playing a single-player video game where the controller is physically disconnected from the console. The corporate manual now mandates a demonstration of liquidity. The Fattening protocol commences. Elena provides an exclusive node signal. She instructs you to execute a buy order at precisely 8 p.m. You click the button. At 8:05 p.m., your screen displays a balance of $1,200, a 20% yield in 5 minutes. Elena types a new command. Withdraw your initial capital. Take your profit. Trust the system. You click withdraw. You hold your breath. Within 15 minutes, the blockchain confirms the transaction. $1,200 lands safely back in your personal hardware wallet. This is the psychological kill shot. The Syndicate just spent $200 from their operational budget to purchase your absolute, unquestioning faith. They understand a fundamental flaw in human neurology. Handing a victim a fraction of their own money back completely overrides the amygdala's threat detection system. The risk factor instantly drops to 0. The dopamine spike is intoxicating. You beat the matrix. You found the glitch in the global financial system. You are now classified as a high-value target. You are transferred from the initial operative to the senior closers. These are the elite manipulators of the organization. Their daily performance metrics shift from message volume to total deposit volume. The manipulation algorithm becomes violently aggressive, precisely calibrated to weaponize your fear of missing out. Elena casually drops a screenshot of her own dashboard. Balance shows $4.2 million. She mentions an upcoming closed-pool Ethereum staking event. It guarantees a 300% return in 30 days. The minimum entry requirement is $100,000. You do not have $100,000. The Playbook anticipates this exact variable. The closer seamlessly transitions into the role of a fiduciary advisor. They deploy pre-written scripts instructing you how to liquidate your retirement fund without triggering early withdrawal tax penalties. They forward links to high-interest collateral lenders. They coach you on social engineering tactics to bypass banking security protocols. If the bank teller asks, tell them the wire transfer is for a home renovation, the script dictates. Do not mention crypto. Traditional banks will freeze your account because they are terrified of losing control to decentralized finance. They weaponize your inherent distrust of the banking system to blind you to the syndicate currently bleeding you dry. It works flawlessly. You liquidate your stock portfolio, you wire $50,000. The SQL database updates. You take out a second mortgage on your suburban home. You wire $250,000. The database updates again. The green candles keep climbing. Your digital portfolio now reflects a net worth of $1.8 million. You have conquered capitalism. You spend your evenings browsing luxury real estate listings. You configure a custom sports car online. You are entirely unaware that your actual capital never touched a trading pair. The nanosecond your funds hit the syndicate's wallet, an automated script executed. Your life savings were instantaneously fragmented into 5,000 microscopic transactions. They bounced through decentralized algorithmic mixers. They hopped across 4 different blockchains in under 12 seconds, wiping their cryptographic fingerprints entirely clean. Your money evaporated the exact moment you pressed send. You are staring at a multi-million-dollar mirage sustained by a $50 a month server instance. The conversion rate hits 100%. The pipeline is saturated. The pig is officially fat. The syndicate prepares for the harvest. You decide to secure your future. You initiate a withdrawal of $500,000. You click the button. The screen loads. A red error message flashes. Withdrawal suspended. Account under risk review. Panic sets in. You message Elena. She is calm. The corporate script dictates absolute tranquility during the slaughter phase. She tells you it is standard security protocol. The platform requires a 20% liquidity verification fee to prove you are not a money laundering bot. You must deposit an additional $100,000 to unlock your $1.8 million. You are trapped in a sunk cost fallacy. Your logical brain screams, but your emotional dependency on the fabricated wealth silences it. You borrow from family, you max out your credit cards, you wire the $100,000. The SQL database updates. The error message changes. Liquidity verified. Subject to international. Cryptocurrency tax. Please remit 15% of total portfolio value. The psychological floor collapses. The reality of the situation hits your nervous system like a physical blow. You message Elena. A single gray checkmark appears on WhatsApp. Message undelivered. The profile picture of the beautiful woman vanishes. The chat history is wiped. You try to log into the exchange. The domain returns a 404 error. The entire ecosystem ceases to exist. Your money, your confident future, the person you loved, all evaporated into dead pixels. You are staring at a blank monitor in an empty house you no longer own. Behind the scenes, the final extraction sequence executes flawlessly. Your final $100,000 hits the routing address. It is instantly swept into an automated tumbling protocol. Let us trace the forensic anatomy of a $4 billion laundering operation. Your Tether tokens do not sit in a vault. They are subjected to high-frequency chain hopping. Scripts bridge the assets from the Ethereum network over to the Tron blockchain to exploit lower gas fees and bypass Western sanctions compliance. The funds hit a decentralized mixer. Your single transaction is mathematically fractured into thousands of cryptographic shards, mixed with the illicit proceeds of ransomware gangs and dark web narcotics markets. Within 3 minutes, the assets re-emerge through a sprawling network of mule accounts on unregulated offshore exchanges. They are converted into privacy coins, Monero, Zcash. The digital trail hits a cryptographic dead end. Finally, the untraceable funds are funneled through underground banking systems in Macau and Dubai. They materialize in the real world as luxury real estate, VIP casino chips, and solid gold bullion. Law enforcement cannot help you. The FBI can subpoena the hosting provider, only to find the servers were rented using a stolen identity and paid for with the very same stolen crypto. Interpol can track the IP address, only to hit a brick wall of residential proxy networks and virtual private servers located in uncooperative jurisdictions. The blockchain, the immutable ledger designed to bring absolute transparency to global finance, has been weaponized into the perfect black hole. This is the reality of the $4 billion corporate slaughterhouse. You expect the perpetrators to be criminal masterminds plotting in a high-tech lair. You expect a Hollywood villain, but thousands of miles away, the reality is far more agonizing. In a crowded, fluorescent-lit office block, a 22-year-old data entry clerk stares at a spreadsheet. He highlights your row. He changes the cell color from green to red. Target liquidated. Account closed. He hits enter. He yawns, stretches his arms, and checks the clock. His 12-hour shift is over. He fulfilled his daily KPI. He clocks out, walks out of the compound, and buys a cold iced coffee from a street vendor. He does not care about your second mortgage. He does not know your name. To him, you were never a victim. You were just today's data entry.